Hello, everyone. Hope, oh crap. Hopefully you can hear me. What's cracking? What we got up in here? I'm looking kind of crazy. I need to put the chat on the screen. Nope, that ain't it. Oh, I ain't gonna worry about it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Super Bowl Live with Same Old T. I just wanted to jump on here. I was supposed to do this last Sunday, I think, and I don't think I did. Let me see. No, I actually think my last live was my birthday, which was the 21st of January. So I'm like, let me get my butt on here. Um, yeah, I think my last live, yeah, was 2 weeks ago. So I apologize. I know I had said I was gonna jump on here. I think last Sunday, but I don't even know what happened. My life been crazy. January, I did and I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I don't think I did. I did like a vision board kind of. I don't want to call it vision board because we didn't make vision boards, but it was kind of like a workshop to get you to kind of think about life and what you really want out of life and stuff. And so the question that she asked, shout out to Queen Sheba Darling. Y'all might want to check her channel out. She the question was, what do you really want out of life? Hey Esty, how you doing? What do you really want out of life? And that I just couldn't let go of that question. And it just kept coming and coming. So like for the last 3 weeks of January, I literally just sat in that question. Let me say that. So I have gotten a lot of clarity about what is it that I want out of life, period. And then what is it that I want out of life, like in this season, and things of that nature. So, um, yeah, so that's part of the reason why I wasn't here last Sunday, because I've been getting clarity about that. But anyhow, I didn't want to. Happy Super Bowl Sunday to you too, Esty. Who you rooting for? Hey, RC, who you rooting for, y'all? I'm going with the Seahawks. I'm going with the Seahawks. What I've seen of them so far this season, I really like. I've never really been a Patriots fan. I really have not, I must admit. So, and I have been a Seahawks fan, uh, especially like when Russell Wilson was there and things of that nature. So, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the Seahawks had the best regular season record. So that's what I'm going for. But yeah, so yeah, Super Bowl Sunday. We're gonna talk a little bit about that. I'm not gonna be on here long. I'm gonna air fry some chicken wings and fries. My husband, you would think we was having people over. It's me, him, and the dogs. And he done went and bought 3 packages of chicken wings and all this stuff. It's just unbelievable. Hey Leo. Okay, RC with the going with the Seahawks as well. Yeah, that's who I would like to see win. Straight up. Um, so that's why we're doing it early, because I figured, most people would like to watch the game, or, might be attending some kind of Super Bowl get together, something like that. So this gonna be a little bit different than how we normally do lives, wins and things of that nature. Um, but let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit about the Super Bowl. Hopefully YouTube won't start making things be funky. So as many of y'all may or may not know, an artist by the name of Bad Bunny is going to be doing the halftime show. So they announced this, what, maybe a good year ago, maybe 10 months ago. I don't know how long ago they announced it. Well, no, I don't think it was a year. Maybe 9 months ago. And the people lost their mind. You know who the people are. And it was so funny because so many of the people was talking about, oh, this is a travesty. How can you get somebody who's not American, um to do the Super Bowl, which is just so hypocritical. Number one, Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican. Puerto Rico is the U.S. territory. Therefore, he is an American citizen. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, haven't the Rolling Stones played the Super Bowl before? They ain't American. It's just like, it's just hypocrisy. Just say you don't like him as an artist, or you don't want to hear the music. You know what I'm saying? All the years we had to look at ZZ Top and Alabama and whoever else. So hey, if we get a little culture, at the Super Bowl, I think it's a good thing. But they are really hating it because lately, these last few years, they have really been the performances have been geared towards more, I would say, people of color, right? Giving people of color opportunity to showcase, on one of the biggest, nights in television, right? Just crazy. Exactly, RC. Exactly. Let's see. Essie said Seahawks as well. She said I have to be at least West Coast. Yep. So what y'all think about that? Oh, so let me finish my thought. So we got Bad Bunny doing the Super Bowl. So I've heard of him. I think I've seen him in a couple of commercials. I know that a lot of people love him and things of that nature. Um, I saw, the Grammys and everything, but then I started doing a little bit of like rabbit hole, going and looking at like, he did SNL before and stuff like that. So he seemed like a pretty fun guy, good sense of humor and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, looking forward to it. And shame on me. I took Spanish in high school. I took Spanish in college. I have good friends who are Mexican who speak Spanish and English, and my Spanish should be so much better. My Spanish should be so much better. But hey, I'm here for it. Hey, sometimes you ain't gotta know the words to feel the vibe. So I'm looking forward to it. Hey, mom, my mama's here. She let me know she can hear me. And um um so the other, they call themselves doing the alternative, which to me blows my mind, right? Because the person headlining um the alternative, um y'all know the name of the organization. I'm not crazy, but I'm trying not to say certain things because I feel like YouTube will start messing up the chat, messing up the live, and things of that nature. So the alternative having their own show, and the person leading their show is Kid Rock. If y'all know anything about Kid Rock, when he first came out, he was kind of like, I'm the white rock and roll rapper. That was like the vibe he was, trying to have and things of that nature. But he is, full card carrying member of the other, and so people were saying, y'all have a problem with Bad Bunny because he's Puerto Rican and he does his music in Spanish. But y'all don't have a problem with Kid Rock representing you all, evangelical Christians representing you all. So people have been doing content the last week or so where they'll say, I see why they don't want Bad Bunny to, perform. Listen to these lyrics. So they would have these lyrics, but they would be in Spanish. And then whoever the content creator would be like, oh, wait a minute. Those are not the lyrics of Bad Bunny. Those are the lyrics of Kid Rock. And basically, Kid Rock got songs out there where he's talking about statutory R word and how it's okay okay with him because he liked young girls. But this is who y'all want to represent for the Good Christian halftime show. It's just unbelievable. Okay, RC said, LOL, Spanish is easy compared to French. I saw that. He said he saw that my mom was on. Yep. So, now my brother took French in high school. I think he took 4 years. I think I only had to take two in high school, and I think two, or at least two semesters. Was it 2 years? I think it might have been two semesters in college. But as many Mexican friends that I have, you would think I can decipher. I can understand the written part better than obviously speaking it, and I kind of can understand when it's what's being said. But I feel like it should be so much better. That's one thing I do wish that when I was younger that I might have been immersed, as a young person when they say it's easier to kind of pick it up, to be able to do both. Because I mean, here in America, whether they like it or not, if you can speak another language, especially like in healthcare, man, you bump yourself up on the list when it comes to, jobs and opportunity. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I was just watching YouTube before I had got on. I had a sister-in-law client this morning, and I was taking a break in between finishing her hair and getting on here. And somebody, who was it? I watch a lot of political, I guess you can say liberal leaning YouTube content, just to kind of see what's going on, because you don't always get the truth, from the news. And they were saying, they doing, getting ready to follow what everybody's saying with this performance. And they were saying, watch how many like comments and things are being said regarding Bad Bunny's performance. And it's like, how y'all over here making all the comments about his performance when y'all supposed to be over there with the others watching that performance? I was like, exactly. It's just we live in one big ball of tomfoolery. We live in one big, just big old ball of mess. So anyway, so I'm sad today also because like my mom loves football. Like my mom loves the Bears, diehard Bears fan, just like me. But it's like, yeah, that's it until October preseason. And honey, they didn't just completely dismantled the Chicago Bulls. I'm like, I don't even know who the people is. They didn't just get rid of everybody that I knew. So probably won't be watching that too much. So probably be following college basketball as they get ready for March Madness. So I was like, well, perfect time. So now on Sundays I should be able to get my life together instead of watching football, right? So anyway, the other thing I want to come here and talk about, well, a couple of other things. So the other thing, first, let me shout out everybody, real ones who've been rocking with me since the first time you found the channel, right? I appreciate y'all so much. I feel like my content lately has been some of my best content, but of course, I'm not always getting high views. But to my real ones who always watch, even when it ain't necessarily your cup of tea, pun intended, I really appreciate y'all. And so I had to, like I was saying earlier in the live, I was the three weeks or so that I just kind of was just in a reflective mode. I don't know what YouTube doing. I don't know if they ain't pushing it out. They are trying to like get me to do this promotion, like promote my channel, but it's not free, kind of thing. So I don't know. I don't know if they just ain't pushing the channel. I don't know if people. It's all these combination of things that you do and da 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 da. But what I want to tell y'all, one, I appreciate y'all because y'all don't have to, watch, like, give a view. Don't forget to like the live. Um, but I appreciate it because then that just confirms to me these are my people. I found my tribe, as Butterfly like to say a lot. So thank y'all. And I'm gonna keep coming with it. And as you all probably have been able to kind of see, and I've told y'all from the beginning, it ain't gonna always be XJW. But it's always gonna be authentically me. So I have gotten people who have requested some things. It's some things that's in the timelines and the trending. So I got thoughts about it. So one thing I can tell y'all, after my 3 weeks of reflection, I will be more consistent. So, and I hope y'all been liking my little series that I've been doing with the shorts, where it's like, things I couldn't do when I was a JW. Oh, excuse me, things I couldn't do when I was a JW. Just because I was like, I don't know, that idea came to me. It's so many things, and yeah, you can do a long form video, but so I hope that y'all have noticed, some of the change ups and things of that nature, and that you will enjoy them. So, and just like that, I didn't forget what the other point was. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, so I wanted to talk about my thoughts on the Super Bowl. I wanted to talk about the channel. What was the other thing? I didn't forget, y'all. I didn't forget. What y'all got going on? So it'll come back to my brain. I knew I should have wrote this stuff down. I don't even know why I thought I was gonna remember everything. So what y'all got going on? I don't know if y'all noticed my background and changed just a little bit. I bought this it's like a corner shelf type thing. Let me see, with 9 like compartments on it. So, and eventually I'm gonna get the rest of my little art and doodads in the background. So if y'all like, oh, it looked like she got a little something, trying to get with it. God dog it, what was the other question? Oh, all right, this is what I want to talk about. Because I don't think I did a live. Yeah, because the last live was my birthday. I didn't do a live. What did y'all think about, or what's your thoughts about my video? You know what, Esty? I could believe that. I'm gonna come back to that thought because I just remember my other thought, because I got something to say about what you just said. The video I did, apostate versus awakened. So that video I felt like was so good. I thought it would have got pushed out more, but I don't know what people who are, who wake up from the JWs. I don't know. I know my style of XJW content ain't like other people. Like, I'm not gonna always be I ain't trying to break down and interpret scriptures and doctrines and all that stuff. But I thought that was such a good video because I don't never look at myself as an apostate. Now, maybe being sarcastic amongst other people who have left the Jehovah's Witnesses, yeah, you might say that or whatever. But I don't think of myself as no apostate. That's a label y'all want to put on me. So you could call me whatever you want. It's what I answer to. You know what I'm saying? What I am is an awakened person, right? And so, because I'm awake, I don't fall for the bull crap no more. So yeah, if y'all saw that video, I thought that was a really good video. I thought it would have got way more views, but it didn't. Now, going back to what Esty said in regards to discouraging from watching football. So it's funny you bring that up because I always been big in sports. Like I've told y'all a million times, I grew up with pretty much boy cousins. So, if you gonna get out there and play, you gotta play the sports, you gotta get in the dirt, the whole nine. And so being that I am a female who, watches sports, plays sports, enjoys sports, I'll never forget, y'all have heard me refer to this person. Big Fella's family had me over. And it might have been like NBA playoff time or something like that. Or it might even been when the White Sox was on their way to win the World Series. One or the other. And was over there, and we, they invited me and a couple of other people, and it was like like summertime. So um, you know, uh, eating and things of that nature. Everybody having a good time. Can't remember who brought it up. And it like you always have a killjoy at any kind of JW event, right? Everybody having a good time, clapping, hooping, and hollering. Whoever we was cheering for was winning. And the person was like, well, you really shouldn't even like have a favorite team or be cheering for any particular team, because then it's like nationalism or something like that. And I remember thinking to myself, like, God, these people will weaponize any and everything. And I remember thinking, like, I probably will never come over here again to watch like a playoff game, because if I got to sit up here and be like worrying, is the friends that's here thinking that I love the Bulls more than I love Jehovah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God. So I'm not surprised. Like, I know they used to tell me a lot, like, oh, we don't watch boxing and things of that nature. But then I would hear of people like Big Fella having like secret boxing, boxing parties, inviting certain people from the congregation. Just a bunch of mess, y'all. Just a bunch of mess. Let's see. Leo said, I'm sorry, T. I'm behind on your videos. I've been super busy since the year started. I'll watch it tonight because I'm not watching Super Bowl. Why you not watching, Leo? There are tricks to get the algorithm to promote your videos, apparently. JW still the joy from everything. Dante, you know what, RC? I don't even know if it's a trick. Like, this level of improvement, like the other day, I found myself kind of watching some of my older videos, and I was like, girl, you done came a long way, from, just a little bit of editing that I, do now, trying to make the, the lighting better, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. And I said, what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to get so caught up in the algorithm. I ain't about to get caught up in trying to chase it. Whatever's gonna hit. But like I say, when I see my people commenting or liking or supporting, I said, I'm gonna be good. When I first got started on here, I said, if I can just get 100 views a video, I'll be happy. Right? And then things kind of, increased to where I went, long as I get at least 500 to 1,000, I'm good. But lately it's been less than that. And I'm like, despite interviews, some of the commentary that I've been doing lately, and I've been trying to do, and that's what I'm like, you can, it's always something. Like, I've been trying to keep my videos, my long form videos, like under 20 minutes to keep people's attention. Like, I know some people, they watch them all the way through, and God knows I appreciate that. And I know some people don't, for whatever reason, right? But what I told myself the other day was, I'm going to do the content that I feel compelled to do. And as long as my people, my real ones, still appreciate it and rock with it, I ain't gonna worry about it. And that ended up making me think about doing a video about, you know, I may never have a viral moment, but why YouTube, is still one of the best things ever done. So that's gonna be a future video coming. But like I was saying, I do have people who requested videos. So Voodoo Child, if y'all have ever seen her in the comments, she wants me to do a video on gut health and the impact on women. So I'm gonna give y'all a little heads up. So I am doing a video. My next video that's probably gonna come out tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. I don't know if y'all know who Glorilla is, but her sister has been all over the internet, and it got me to thinking about the difference between being obligated versus feeling entitled, and the dynamics of family when one of the siblings or one of the people in your family kind of make it, and how everybody, and it just made me think of all kinds of stuff, like Tracy Morgan and his mama and sister, Michael Jordan's sister tried to do the same kind of thing, and his mama got right on somebody's TV show and was like, oh no, he bought his sister a house, put her kids through college, and she works and makes a good salary for the non-for-profit, his foundation. So what more do you want? So I want to do that video because it keep bugging me and things like that, that. And then you have people who fall into survivor's remorse. So they the one who made it out the hood. So now they feel like they got to try to save everybody. I got a lot to say about it. So that's why I said I got to do a video. So that's coming. I got a video for the fellas about Black men going to the doctor and things of that nature. February is Heart Health Month. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about that, because that video is going to highlight some comments from the comedian, if y'all are familiar with Kev on Stage, as well as Kid of Kid and Play recently shared that he had to have a heart transplant. So I got the Glorilla video coming. I got the video for Black men and their health. I got the gut health and women. That's a Voodoo Child requested that. I got the one about, you may never blow up on, YouTube, but it's still worth it. So I feel like I got one more. Now my goal is to get them recorded this week. If I can get them recorded this week, maybe 2 of them will get posted this week. So that's what I got coming, y'all. So I'm trying to hit everybody because, like I say, this ain't just, XJW world. All right, let's see. I done missed some comments. Oh yes, I have heard that too, SD. Yup, with the Olympics. And it's just like, oh my God, like when people, in my opinion, I can't speak for other people, but Black folks that I know, when we've watched the Olympics, track and field, or you have like an outliner, you have a Black person in ice skating, or something like that, we just cheer for them. But it ain't it, it's not like a America against everybody else. Like, I guess for some people maybe that's how they see it, but yeah, just crazy. Oh, okay. Leo said he ain't watched all year. I hear you. RC, I do all that kind of stuff. It's just that you just can never win. I've tried all the stuff. I've tried all the tricks and this, and that. I even asked Chat GPT, and Chat be like, yes, this title is better than this one, and this one is clickable, and this, and that. I do all the recommendations for the thumbnails and things like that. So I don't know what it is. So, and I've been looking at other people who kind of do exclusively JW content. So I anticipate that my non-JW content may not always hit. I accept that because I know it's a heavy XJW I don't want to say membership, but subscribers over here. Like I get that that's probably where the bulk of my people came. But so I'm okay. I kind of expect that. But like the XJW content, I'm like, if I can't get 500 views, what's going on? But I've been looking at other people who I watch, who used to get thousands and thousands, and I see theirs is down too. So maybe it's just that the XJW content space, maybe because it's expanded, people are taking them views other places. But like I said earlier, I said I ain't gonna get caught up in this, that I'm gonna just do me, do the content that I'm compelled to do, and let the chips fall where they may. Oh, why was that, Leo? Just wasn't interested no more? Thank you, RC. Thank you, RC. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about it. Now let me tell y'all one other little secret that I got going on. So y'all know I did the coursework as far as advanced gut health. And I don't know if y'all remember, I think I had went live one day. I had such a piss poor experience with the OB-GYN. For the fellas, that's like the lady doctor, right? And it made me realize that as a Black woman, like, oh, this is exactly what Black women are talking about. That, white providers don't listen to us. They don't take nothing we say serious. I'm telling this woman, like, hey, I think I need to get my hormones checked. I'm having night sweats. I know I'm closer to menopause than away. And just not a care in the world, didn't even want to do the blood work. It's like, you don't know if it's, is it because they think you ain't got insurance? Like, I don't know what it is. So I had came home, end up doing a rant on here and on my personal Facebook, which I never go live on there. And I was like, you know what? I take this as the universe telling me it's my calling to get into the perimenopause menopausal space. So y'all, I have started. I signed up for the course 4 months ago, but I literally just started going through it a week ago, and I could kick myself because I could be out here helping so many women. I'm in a bunch of these like Facebook, Black women making friends type groups, and I kid you not, it's not a week that go by, excuse me, that somebody in one of them groups is asking, does anybody know of a Black provider who does hormone replacement therapy or does perimenopausal care? So that's another reason why I had to take them 3 weeks of reflection, because I had to get clear about, okay, how do I really, really want to curate what I'm offering at my clinic? Not to say that I'm not going to help non-Black women, but I definitely want to like have my hand, raised, that so that when women are looking for providers that look like them, they'll have me. So I'm working on that as well. So I do have my clinic YouTube channel. So I probably will put, the majority of that kind of content over there. But I'm gonna definitely put something together for over here for the ladies and things of that nature. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna help the fellas. I know low T is a big thing and all that, but I think my husband will have a fit. But it don't mean that I won't do a video over here, health related in regards to testosterone replacement therapy. As I get more into the male part. Right now I'm focusing on females. So that's what I got going on, y'all. Classic T, a bunch of stuff going on, like a crazy Aquarius. Let's see. Leo said, I think I just started to outgrow it. It wasn't a teen or early 20s dude anymore. Yup. I became more interested in other things. Yeah, I feel you. Now, I'm gonna tell you, for me, when it came to the NBA, when the Bulls traded Derrick Rose, it went down for me. It went down for me because I was just like, it's just no loyalty out here. Like I was devastated. Like he had passed. And so for me, watching the way I used to watch changed. So I definitely get that. Now, um, football, you know, of course, I need to kind of be vested. Um, so I still watch football. I don't now when I was a teenager in early 20s, I watched the mess out of baseball. But I also played softball, so I could really make that connection. But I would say probably by the time I was maybe 26, I didn't watch baseball the way I did. So I totally get that. Totally get that. RC say healthcare has changed so much in the past 2, 3 years. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you what I've come to the conclusion. It's a number of factors, but I think the biggest factor is insurance drives what is done. Insurance drives what is done. In all the years that I've had my own doctor, because I didn't even get my own like primary care doctor till I was in my 30s. Because I never got sick and things like that. If I did need a physical, I went to my mama's doctor. Dr. Holstein. Shout out to Dr. Holstein if he's still alive. My mama loved Dr. Holstein. When Dr. Holstein said he was retiring, my mama, she cried. My mama lived in a whole nother state and she still was coming back to Illinois to go to the doctor. She loved him. Dr. Holstein was good people. But I would say probably for sure 4 to 5 years ago, RC, I went to the doctor. My primary care doctor, maybe was on vacation, something like that. So, they give you like, the person who fresh out of medical school, out of residency or whatever. And I didn't know if it was because she was, kind of new, on her own. But this woman didn't even want to put in a doggone order for vitamin D. She didn't want to put in like basic labs. Like I've never seen where you can't get an A1C, that's to check your blood sugar for diabetes, a CBC, which is your red and white blood cells, a CMP, which looks at markers for like kidney function, liver, your electrolytes, your protein levels, a lipid panel, which is, your cholesterol, and what did I say? A1C, CBC, and possibly like a vitamin D, especially at this point, because the majority of us do not drink whole milk. Growing up, people who like my age, we drank whole milk with vitamin D. So, and we was outside playing. So vitamin D wasn't an issue for us. But everybody is pretty much low vitamin D if they're not supplementing. Maybe besides like it's probably, you probably don't see low levels of vitamin D like in Indian people who are vegetarian, because they still drink a lot of whole milk and dairy and things of that nature. And that's just not, I ain't like being racist or trying to be funny. That's just from my personal experience dealing with that population. You don't really see the vitamin D being low. But yeah, she didn't want to put them labs in. She was like, I don't know if they're going to pay for a vitamin D and this, and that, because your last vitamin D was normal. I'm like, lady, would you put that lab in? So I'm convinced a lot of things. Just like I'm having a colonoscopy this week, y'all. So if you haven't gotten one, the new guidelines is 45. Now I got my first one at 46 because COVID and all that stuff. So they told me I could wait 10 years, but I was like, nah. And so in all my years, I've never been iron deficient, anemia. Well, now I have it. So they believe that I might have a little GI bleed. So they was like, nope, every 5 years. So I'm having a colonoscopy this week. And my hemoglobin, that's kind of how the test they use determine, if you're anemic or not. It's not super low, but consider my baseline. Like for women, anything under 12 is, you technically can fall into that. And so after we do it, and if they find it, because that's what the GI doctor thinks. He think I got a itty bitty like slow GI leak. So they would just go in there, cauterize it, to seal those vessels. So I kind of was like, well, shoot, let me get a iron IV infusion. Now insurance might not pay for it. So that means I gotta be popping iron for God knows how long before, the levels, because like my iron storage is just little to none. That's because everything that was stored up, the body is constantly pushing back in because of that little slow leak. So we'll see if insurance cover it. I think the doctor will definitely put the order in, but we'll see if insurance cover it. I'm like, man, if I wasn't who I was, being a nurse practitioner, because to me, becoming a nurse practitioner made me a better nurse. Because the stuff that I know that I learned as an advanced, that's what a nurse practitioner is. Advanced practice RN. That's what you are. I'm like, I'd just be out here saying, oh, okay. Like I wouldn't even probably well, yeah, they probably wouldn't have paid for me to get this colonoscopy if I didn't kind of push the issue and my GI doctor was on board. It's just like it sucks. Let's see, RC said I lost a couple of good PCPs in the last few years too. Yeah. Leo said I need to get outside and start playing sports. LOL. Gotta get back in shape now that I can't use shift work as an excuse. Yeah, get out, start walking, Leo. I think you mentioned you might be from Texas. If I'm wrong, don't worry about it. But if you somewhere down south, you know, start with 10 minutes a day. You'll be surprised. RC said I take 6,000 IU's of vitamin K to vitamin D plus K2 daily or just K2. Yep. Gotta stay on it, y'all. We gotta stay on it. So that's why the videos I got coming, you know, even though I know it ain't always been the top of the content, Gen Xers, we have to be on top of it. We have to be on top of it, and I think the fellas gonna like the video that I got coming out. Yeah. So I know it's been Texas cold. I put that in parentheses. Yeah, start with 10 minutes, Leo. You'll be surprised. Okay, last 2 days outside. Okay. Yeah, D3 plus K2. Yeah. These doctors will tell you, this ain't medical advice. It's just me talking right now. But yeah, these doctors will tell you, wait a minute, y'all. I gotta make sure how you had your plug in, you didn't plugged in your laptop charger, but now it's so it's so wonky, so now you gotta bend it a certain way. so so it charge. That's me. I'm trying to hold off buying a new computer, but I guess I could get a new charger. There we go. What was I saying? Yeah, they'll say, oh, just take 1,000 IU's, 2,000 IU's. So I don't know what it is for men, but for women, I would think it's relatively the same. For women, you ideally want your vitamin D to be between like really like 60 to 80. And one time my vitamin D was like 95. So normal depending on the lab, but for the most part, normal is 30 to 100, right? And so, because doctors are so used to seeing it below 30, when my doctor got my vitamin D back and saw it was 95, she freaked out. I'm like, why are you freaking out? She's like, I've never seen one this high. And it's like, well, at that time, I think I was doing like 5,000 IUs every day. And being outside, walking the dogs, things of that nature. She freaked out. So I was like, all right. But ideally, if you can get, at least for women, and I'm sure it's probably the same for men, if you can keep your vitamin D level between like 60 and 80, that's more optimal. 30, like I hate to see it. I see it all the time. My friends, they vitamin D 26, 27. They get in the high dose of vitamin D to take once a week for 12 weeks. It bump up to 32. And then they'd be like, okay, just do 2,000 IUs every day. And then they right back. They never get the full benefit of like, the immune response, having a good vitamin D, and just like overall wellness, because they just right there at the borderline of normal. You gonna some D3 plus K2? Yeah. 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 If you taking 6,000 IUs every day, RC, you probably good. You probably good. Mm-hmm. So yep. So we're gonna have more, health conversations. Um, right now they, one gonna be geared toward the fellas, one to be geared towards the ladies. And then I think I'm just gonna end up doing one because, like I say, February is Heart Health Awareness Month. So I'll probably end up maybe doing one just in general towards like Gen Xers and things of that nature. So incorporating a little bit of that over here. But y'all, that's about it. I don't know if I'm gonna go live next Sunday. Some of y'all might be out Valentine celebrating Valentine over the weekend. We'll see. This year, me and my husband, we're gonna be cornballs. We're gonna go out on the 14th. But we're going out at 3:30 in the afternoon so we could be back home before everybody and their mama be out there. We're gonna go to season 52. Y'all ever heard of season 52? Leo said T is super nice out here right now. I'm going for that walk. All right, talk to you later. Yes. Telling you, Leo, steps is the easiest way to get yourself back going. Easiest way. Go get that walk in. I wish it was nice here. It's supposed to eventually get up to, I think, Wednesday, maybe 45. People in Chicago are gonna be acting like it's summertime. 45 and the sun gonna be out. I'm sure it's gonna be some fools with some shorts on. Okay, you heard of season 52. Yeah, I like season 52. So we just gonna go there. That's one of our favorites. Everything is what under 550 calories and stuff. So they give you appropriate servings. So you eating the right amount, ain't gonna overeat and stuff like that. So we shall see. I think Sunday is, I don't know. I like the vibe of Sunday going live. Maybe, well, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe I can see if Jerron and Tim wanna come and do like an XJW kickback next Sunday, but they might have dates. So we'll see. I know Jerron is back over here in the in Hawaii, which is part of the States. So, but y'all have a good rest of your Sunday evening. Thank you for jumping on, way earlier than we normally would do it. I'm gonna go up here and season these chicken wings and put them in the air fryer. And yeah, see who gonna win. Today's Super Bowl, whatever number it is, I don't even know what number it is, and see what happened with this halftime show. Um, y'all want to know? Oh, I'm like, wait a minute. Um, y'all want to hear something? Did I tell y'all this already? I was trying to clear out some emails and today and messed around and deleted all my doggone emails out of my Yahoo account. That's like my old school. I didn't had it for 32 years. I tried to. All right, mom. Talk to you later. I tried to like retrieve them, and I was like, I ain't gonna even go through all this. I'm just gonna let it go. Like whatever was in there, I'm sure it's somewhere out in cyberspace that I can get back. So I've been doing a lot of that, a lot of like purging and cleaning, like buying this cabinet. I cleared out so much stuff. So in my little like office space. So yep, that's how that go. All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a I know that's exactly how I looked, RC, when it happened. Like now, last week I purposely cleared out 12,000 something from my Gmail, one of my Gmail accounts. I don't know how I didn't mess around. I got like 8 different emails. It's like, when did this happen? I got one for Sister Locks. I got one for like, well, initially it was like, when looking for jobs and things like that. So I had one a little bit, more professional sounding. Then, so Sister Locks, the professional one, um, the YouTube one, um, then I got like a backup, and I got one for the clinic. Then I got a backup one to the clinic because sometimes the the official email for the clinic I don't know, it's kind of wonky. So Gmail. Then I got that one. Yeah, I got about 8 different emails. I'm like, too much, but such is life. But all right, y'all have a good one. I have enjoyed myself as always. Be on the lookout for those videos I mentioned coming down the pipeline. And yeah, I'll let y'all know next time I go live. Um all right. All right, have a good Sunday evening and a good week. Peace.